Trial Tuesday with attorney Dave Adler, and today we're discussing what to do if you get a minor burn from food at a restaurant. And this can be a sit-down restaurant. This could be a fast food restaurant. We were talking just during the commercial break about the elderly lady that got the cup of coffee at McDonald's a number of years ago and put it in her lap or whatever, and the lid came off. She got burned, and she sued McDonald's and evidently got a lot of money at the time.
Yeah, and changed the whole industry. Now you always see the, careful hot signs and all that on there. And, the thing about burns is really interesting, and we see a lot of different cases on this. Whether you're at a bar, a restaurant, fast food place, someone may get burned by, some type of food or maybe liquid. But what often happens is they don't really feel, obviously it hurts, there's a lot of pain, but then, they think, oh, it's okay, they'll maybe treat it.
It's just red at the time.
Right, exactly.
And then
they say, don't worry about it, because they want to go on with their day or their evening. Maybe it's a Friday night, maybe they have plans, and they treat it lightly, then move on. And then, unfortunately, it gets worse. It progresses.
Blisters up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then, at that point, once they start to see damage, maybe surgery is needed, cosmetic surgery, that sort of thing, to try to go backwards and go back to that restaurant, go back to that bar, go back to that fast food place and say, hey, I was here 3 days ago, 5 days ago, and the young lady with the hot water poured it on me, or I was pushed in and put my hand on the grill, or whatever it may be. Now I'm looking at $5,000, $6,000, $8,000, $10,000 in surgery I need. I need y'all to pay for it. I need your insurance company. A lot of those restaurants are going to say, sorry that happened, if it happened, but we don't know that it happened, and our insurance company definitely doesn't want any part in it.
So in that case, and it's something else that we were talking about, if you were with someone during that time and they witnessed you getting burned or something being spilled into, you could get that person as a witness to say, yeah, I saw this happen, get them to write their affidavit, whatever. That has to be, there's where we go into what we talk about all the time, documentation, getting something documented.
And that would be your only hope. But what you want to do in those situations is, if something like that ever happens, no matter if you don't want to get up and leave, no matter if you don't go right then to the hospital, you want to get someone at that restaurant, someone at that bar, fast food place, you want to get a report of it from the management there. So even if you feel like maybe it is a minor burn, maybe it ends up not being anything, and hopefully it doesn't, but at least get a report from that location right then, so you have it. So if in fact the next week when you go and find out it's more serious, you can go back to the report that you have and say, y'all know that this happened to me here, you know how it happened, so that liability won't be an issue for you later.
Do we see this often?
We really do, because a lot of times people don't want to cause an issue. They don't want to make a big deal out of it. They're out with a group, with friends, family, they're celebrating something. They say, oh no, it was an accident by the waiter or waitress. They don't want to bring somebody out that way. But then later on, it turns into something a lot more serious, and then they shouldn't be the ones responsible for it. Unfortunately, the insurance company is out to protect themselves. The restaurant is only limited to what they can do. And so then if there's no report that it happened that night and it's 6 days later, how are you not to say that it couldn't have happened so many other ways?
And that's one of the first things you as a counselor, if I came to you, if I got burned on Friday and today's Monday, and I come to you and I say, Dave, look at this burn is really blistering up right here. I got this at such and such a restaurant. One of the first things you're going to probably ask me is, did you go see a doctor right after it happens? Did you talk with the people there in the restaurant? Did you show them?
Absolutely. And if you did, and I've had a couple of people that have had this happen to me, yes, I got a report, here's the manager's card, and I went that next morning to the ER, we're at a good starting position. If you have neither one of those, we're starting out pretty slow.
We're starting to back up a little bit, aren't we?
Absolutely.
Attorney David Adler, always a pleasure.
Thanks
How can we get a hold of you?
Easiest way is probably my downtown number, 577-5530, and also on the web, davidadler.com.
Absolutely. Thank you so very much. We've got more coming up with Low Country Live after the break.